Hey guys, my name is Brandon and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in here, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button so you stay notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get straight on with today's video.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Is That More Brandon, or the Sharing Thoughts podcast, whichever you are coming to me from. So, in today's video, I will be discussing, I'll be doing a film review for another film that I've watched. I know I'm about 6 years late for this particular film, but I thought I'd do a quick review, and obviously going forward, any sort of films or series that I come across and watch, I'll be doing them as a little voice review. So the film that I'll be reviewing today is called Hereditary. This came out in 2018, it was rated a 15, and it was a horror/mystery that lasted just over 2 hours. So some of the main cast, you had main character Annie Graham, played by Toni Collette. You had Peter Graham, which was the son, actor named Alex Wolff, very attractive man. You had Charlie Graham, who was the sister, that was Millie Shapiro, along with a variety of other people in the film as well. So in terms of the overview online, it says, after her mother passes away, Annie, who's obviously the daughter, and the rest of the family are grief-stricken. Soon, strange things start occurring, and the horrifying truth about Annie's ancestry begins to come to light. So, I think it's one of those films that, mum's gone, and she's now starting to work out more about the family because she's gone, and kind of, I think it's it isn't a scary film, it's more of you're always just constantly on edge, and I think Annie's character is played very, very well in terms of the fact that, she's got her son, she's got her daughter, she's got her partner, and every so often weird things start happening around the house. Whether she starts seeing things, or she's alone at night and she's having these weird thoughts, and eventually, I'm not going to spoil the story, but eventually she does get some sort of help who you think is help, but actually that turns out to be someone who's, not intrusive, but almost the opposite of help. It's almost helped her less, or it's put her in a bit of a weird position, and eventually she finds some photo books, or she finds some albums with these particular people in, and she kind of comes to the realization that somehow someone has she's befriended somebody who ends up being crazy, and there's an incident where one of the children goes missing, and the other incident where the other child ends up having weird dreams and nightmares and things. So just the fact that one person from that family has gone kind of makes everyone else go a little bit crazy. But so in terms of Annie's character, she's this mother of two, and she's obviously very upset about the fact that she's lost her partner, her mother, and her and her partner are having many disagreements and arguments and things like that, just purely because of what they're seeing and how she's acting. It's almost like it's a bit crazy and things like that. Obviously at the funeral of the mum, you kind of see the younger daughter, so Charlie, she's kind of just sitting there drawing in her notebook, where the dad's trying to stop her. So that kind of foresees what happens in the future part of the film, I believe. It's kind of like a hint to be like, oh, this sort of thing is going to be coming. But yeah, you kind of see Charlie say goodbye to the mum. Obviously she's in the open coffin, and she just looks at the grandma really strange. Like, I can't really explain it until you actually watch the film, but she just looks at her in a way of like, she knows she's going to come back and help, or she's going to come back and support her in some way. So yeah, that was a bit strange within itself. And then you just get lots of weird moments where the daughter acts weird, or the mum's hallucinating or sleepwalking, and she ends up in the son's bedroom because she had a nightmare that that he was covered in like bees and stuff. So it was just all weird. But yeah, a very, very interesting film. And then again, at the end, we find out that something happens to the son. You kind of see this Annie floating around. So it's almost like she's not real, or is she walking? And that's just kind of the son's hallucination now from what's been passed on by the mum. So it's just a very strange film, with lots of weird scenes, and the young guy Alex is off to his name's not Alex, but the cast guy Peter, so he goes off to a party. He has to take his daughter, and apparently the mum is working on some sort of like a miniature project where she's just designing different rooms, different houses, different scenes and things like that. And obviously for all of the different things and experiences that happen, she then makes a scene out of that. So sister ends up in an accident, that then becomes a part of her masterpiece, that all of a sudden she has a moment of stress or anger or confusion or whatever, and she basically destroys half of the work that she's put into that. So yeah, it was a very strange film to watch. Like I said, I know I'm about 6 years late to actually watching the film, but yeah, very, very interesting. The characters were all portrayed very, very well, and yeah, it's always nice to see more young actors coming out and kind of, you know, being in these like early roles, because who knows what sort of films and what sort of roles they can go into the future, whether they go into like theatre or they stay in the film industry or potentially change to the music industry. So yeah, it's really interesting to see these young cast members. So just remember Millie Shapiro and Alex Wolff, because this probably won't be the last you see of them. Like I said, they are still quite young. Let's have a quick look. Millie, so she played Charlie, so she's actually only 22, and then Alex, who played Peter Graham, is only 27. Yeah, he's an American actor, musician, and singer-songwriter. So there we go. So he's an actor, and also he's in the music industry as well. So yeah, very young, under 30. So they've got a long future in the creative industry. But if you did enjoy my review, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if there's any other films or series or things that you'd like me to watch or review about, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will do those as soon as possible. So until my next review, thank you for watching, and goodbye.